Name is no, sign is no, down to the I to the no, no, no. Number is no, you need to let it go. Down to the I, down to the no, 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 no. My name is no, my sign is no, my number is no, no, no. No, my name is no, my sign is down to the I, down to the no, no, no. No, 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 no. My name is no, my name is no, my sign is no, my number is no, no. My name is no, my sign is down to the I, down to the no, no, no.
Who they attracting with that? What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
Hey, babies, it's Miss Payola, and I'm back at you for another week. I got my handsomes. Hey, Erin.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Erin. I don't know how y'all doing, but I'm doing or whatever and stuff.
Hey, Stevie.
Hi, everybody. How y'all doing?
Give me some sugar, Trey.
I'm really uncomfortable. It's like a fucking sex line. Like I don't know. I'm
that.
good.
Okay. Very girl six.
No, because if you wanted that, you need to call my personal direct number.
Oh,
Don't be calling me on
Put
no
yourself out
him.
there, sis.
1-900 Miss Payola.
Bitch, I'm not Miss
We
Payola.
taking all calls, baby.
Okay. That Philly thing.
Hi, y'all. I love y'all. Hi. What the fuck, bitch? Let's get to talking. You chewing gum and shit?
Girl, I'm trying to give a Banji tea. Lord.
Okay, so let me be clear here. Yes, this is late, but who gives a fuck? I want to talk about Tyrone Hankerson Jr. Sir.
Can you hold on before you go in, bitch? You know I like a little preamble. Give me an intro.
Here's the preamble.
You know?
He scammed Howard University out of some money and
How much money, bitch?
over $400,000 worth. I'm gonna be clear because I don't want to be sued for no defamation of character.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We got a cameraman on the background telling me allegedly.
Right.
The lawyers. Allegedly, he stole $400,000 from Howard University. The gentleman, I can't say nothing without being really an asshole. She allegedly embezzled $400,000 from Howard University through grants, funds, and scholarships. Has maintained his innocence, and is now suing Howard University for $10 million for somehow his records being released, which is against the law due to the FERPA Act. And so here's my take, because I'm done with the background. I ain't give a fuck that much. Let me tell you something. First of all, a lot of us out there are really into keeping up appearances. And I understand where that comes from. I think in this world, we do have employers, no matter what you say, that look on social media. And it's all about the brand that you bring to the table. So if you sitting here bringing up that you world traveled, you cultured, your job is going to look like, well, this bitch has lived, has seen things, and can bring some shit to the table. So I see the need, and you're fabulous, and you look nice, and you're presentable, and all that shit, right? But let me tell you, you do not get to use children's education to try to fund yourself. You know what, bitch? Get a job, okay? For me, it's a real personal connection because my sister goes to Howard University.
She's a bison, right?
Yeah, she's a bison, HU. And I called her, when I first heard this news, I called her because she had some issues with her financial aid. And I swear to God, that man has security, but you know I'm quick. I get past security. I would have beat his ass so much. Like, you don't get to... I have a thing about education. If you are lucky enough, if you were granted the opportunity to go and get your education, and that's what you wanted to do, and you put in the work and you sacrifice and you went to go and do it, and then hiccups come up along the way, you should be able to, the school should be able to help you at some point. But I've been seeing a lot about Howard University, how students had to go home over a fucking $1,000.
Yeah.
And to know that you were out here scamming the system. I'm not even gonna say you may not have been scamming the system. You may have legally done what you did to get extra amount of money that you ain't fucking need to maintain a lifestyle that you weren't even motherfucking accustomed to. Yeah. You ain't no motherfucking housewife. You wasn't living no fucking raising some damn kids and accustomed to a certain lifestyle. You were out here trying to flex on the motherfucking gram.
And that's it.
And you ain't have nothing to fucking show for it. And you out here playing these, and it's so sad that kids really don't have, like, kids went home.
Yeah.
Kids had their dreams crushed because you were allegedly illegally getting this extra money. And Howard University,
poor babies.
Poor thing.
the here's me. I'm putting my brand crisis management type shit hat on. Okay. Y'all board of trustees, all y'all motherfuckers need to be gone. Yeah. Okay. And the president needs to be gone, because let me tell you something right here. There's no way on God's green earth that culture was just done them from 2007 to 2016. No. There's no motherfucking way. People, they do what you allow. And y'all allow some bullshit to go on and for kids' dreams to be crushed. And there's some repercussions for that shit. And Tyrone, if what you have been alleged to have done, okay, you done did, you need to be thrown under the jail cell.
First of all, Howard cannot take another scandal. If you know anything about Howard University, their reputation has been marred by just things. And people literally take out a second mortgage just to send their kids to Howard and Hampton and Morehouse. Like, those are the schools that you go to. And I think it's a mess. He wasn't the only person that was caught embezzling, was he?
No, and I'm trying to find the names right now.
Yeah, there were other people.
I'm going to put all y'all motherfuckers on blast, because there was another man, I forget what his name was, but I know that he was essentially the assistant director of financial aid, and there was also two women that were allegedly a part of this scheme and scam that they pulled over on Howard University. So yeah, he wasn't the only one, but he was the most flamboyant with his cash.
The most ostentatious. No, I wanted to say that we just spoke on the previous episode about, how my happiness is connected to how much money I have in my possession. So, like, we all live in the city, and when I'm out, I'm feeling fab and cunt or whatever. But sometimes I have to check in with myself and be like, hey, bitch, you ain't got no money, bitch. Like, because I think that there is the society that we live in, it is heavily based on showing what you have, and the things that you have and the possessions that you have. And like, we really be putting ourselves in like hard spots just to keep up appearance. And that's like a serious ass thing, So yeah, and it's sad to see like a gay black man, like, on that tea, but no shade. She made her bed, so it's time for her to lie in it.
I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, because it's been too much. I ain't trying to go get sued for no $10 million, because I sure enough don't got that shit.
Girl, leave. If the cash not yours, bitch, leave it alone, honey.
Yes, and especially from them damn children.
Okay. So I'm about to switch gears, but I just wanted to ask some of y'all, I wanted to ask everyone, do you have any remedies that you do to get over a bad breakup or just a breakup in general?
Have you seen Waiting to Exhale? Or what is Diary of a Mad Black Woman?
Okay.
Okay.
Those aren't my remedies. I'm not pushing. Look, I ain't pushing no nigga in no bathtub, cutting up his food and shit and throwing it at him.
Okay.
Or I'm not burning. Well, I haven't burned clothes in a long time. Since I've grown up and realized my troubled and problematic ways. But I do have remedies for it. Like, I don't have remedies, but like I have things that I do. I know that for my own sanity and for my own sake, I need to remove not every thought, but just block the presence, because I think a lot of the times you end up going over hashed out things. I tend to overthink, and then I start talking to myself like, was I wrong? Oh, maybe we shouldn't have ended this. And then you fall back in the same pattern of, maybe we shouldn't have done this. Let's try this again. And if you guys ended on such not bad terms, like nobody cheated, nobody wants to kill the next person, then you end up kind of going back to the same thing. And look, I'm one bitch that goes back to an ex.
Okay.
So I don't have any issues. So I can't judge you for. I mean, that's me. So I do that because I'm trying to break that pattern. Because there is a reason and there's a season. And if it ended, it ended. Now, sometimes the second time around, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years later.
Okay.
But not after 6 months, and you're like thinking back on it. No.
Hey. Do you have any breakup remedies, brother?
Hold on. So we started an episode with a do-rag. I'm giving play-by-plays just so people know.
Okay.
And Erin has now taken off the do-rag and has shown a very fresh scalp and
breathed,
yes,
parted,
laid.
Okay.
and a little bun in the back.
And the sun is glowing
Just
on
so,
her face.
just so y'all know that
Sun-kissed.
just time to hang on. You never know. Like, if you trying to pull a face in,
Right.
and you need like a hook to like keep that face in,
That's it.
or
Come
if
on,
you trying
come
to
on.
pull it back, either one, whichever you prefer.
Hey, bro.
Hey. Yo.
I'm gonna disregard all of that.
We give you so much, don't we?
I don't know, man. There are so many. There's no one way to get over a breakup, especially because, especially if you had more than one breakup. I mean, each situation was completely different. But I don't know. Speaking from my own past experiences, I haven't always handled my breakups in a in a way that they should have been handled. I used to do this thing where I would just cut people off. I'm just like safety scissors and construction paper, just cut them off. And I learned over time that it's not always the best way to go. I'm not saying keep in contact, but I'm saying like just it just seems childish to just like cut them completely like out of my life. It's like without trying to understand, what happened. And trying to seek some sort of, I'm not saying like resolution, but and not even closure, just an understanding of what happened between the two of us. Because if I don't do that, then I will carry that over into the next one. So there has to be a sort of understanding that'll come to, there will be peace found. And from then I can, continue on into something better. And that's something I've learned like now. So I think that breakups hurt. So the thing you should do is not avoid the pain. Don't try to like it's normal. Go ahead and try to distract yourself. Sometimes you can't take it and that's fine, but do not sweep it under the rug, a lot. Don't avoid it. Don't try to bury it by getting with somebody else immediately afterwards. Don't use somebody else to mop up a mess that someone that was created with another person. Feel it when it comes, because it comes in waves. When it comes, feel it. You know what I'm saying? Take time to be like, oh man, that sucked. He hurt me, or they hurt me, and that was an awful situation. Cry if you need to. Listen to some sad songs. I'm a big fan of listening to sad songs because you're sad.
Come on.
So you can cry. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that because you feel so much better afterwards. But feel it, whatever form that takes, feel it and then dust yourself off and keep on pushing. And it's true, when they say that time heals all wounds, and it might not mean what you think it means.
Yeah.
I don't think that it means that in time you'll never feel a thing again. I think that in time you'll be able to talk about it and maybe you'll just feel a twinge. You know what I'm saying? Or you can talk about it like objectively, you know what I'm saying, without injecting all those feelings that you had into it. It was the thing that hurt you and you can acknowledge that, but you've moved on from it. You know what I'm saying? And that sort of healing and that sort of resolution can't come unless you allow it to. So in the moment, it's difficult because you have all those emotions and they're right there at the surface. But you have to take control of the situation as fast as you can and take a step back if you need to. Drink if you need to, smoke if you need to, you know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do.
Take me down. Why don't you?
And just try to relax and just feel it when it comes. That's what I say to anybody. That's always my advice, is to feel it. Don't try to sweep it away because it's not going to go away. It's always going to stay there until you deal with it. And the longer it waits, it'll get worse.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm all for the wine drinking and the sad songs and your favorite album that got
Here
you
you
through.
go
Yeah.
with. You see, you gave him the damn opening.
You gave me the moment. So
As
I'm gonna
soon
take
as you
it.
said wine,
Wine.
you didn't even have to say wine. You just had to
said
say.
All she had to do was put my two favorite things, wine and love songs and sad song and music, in the same sentence. Hi, everybody. I'm here. It's everything.
Bitch, you giving me a little bit of the Countess Louise.
Okay. Who's counting? Oh, from Housewives. Okay, sorry. But yeah, it's all about. Honestly, I want to say my last breakup really opened my eyes to my attitude and how I handle situations with that. I feel like I hurt him more than I hurt myself when we broke up. And it took me on like, Steven, what did you really do to work it out instead of just letting it go? Because it was like a situation where we were trying and it kept failing and most of the parts were on me and sometimes it was on him, but it was just like, what the fuck are you doing to fix? It's certain things that you could fix with exes, and me and him honestly are on a different level and we're like clear and we're good, but when we were together it was like kind of all over the place. Like I really didn't know where we were going. And then when we got to the point when I was like, enough is enough, I was just ready to let it go. But my whole story is basically do what you have to do to get over relationships.
I'm a big fan of Sex and the City, and I watch it every day actually. I was watching it and Carrie said, breakup rule number 2, delete all pictures where he looks sexy and you look happy. Okay. So I guess that's one of my remedies, is definitely to like delete all photos and just like.
It's so hard though. It's hard.
It is hard, but I'm also one of those, like Trey said, I gotta go cold turkey, and it's just like out of sight, out of mind. But that is kind of a little petty, a little bit immature. So
those pictures hold memory.
They do.
No, it's not immature or petty.
Listen,
Let's be clear. No, shh. No, it's me. Let me just say it's not petty or immature because you're doing what's best for you.
It's my remedies.
And so the thing is, yes, is it really hurting his feelings if you destroy those pictures? Does he not have a copy?
Okay.
If he wants to remember those, like you can
I'll
remember
send her the proofs.
like or shit, give it some time. You'll remember those memories again, but without that person in it. Like it's just that fine. Like I'm not gonna remember all these good times we had. Yes, they were good times, but they were done. Like they came, they went, and holding on to memories is gonna do what? But make you remember and relive that shit again. You just like keep pulling, and it's like you keep looking at Medusa like she gonna not turn you into stone. Like okay.
And I guess another thing is I stopped equating my self-worth to how the relationship ended. So just because, and I'm not saying that I don't take any responsibility in the relationship ending, but what I'm saying is that, just because this endeavor or this situation didn't work out doesn't mean I'm any less than before I walked into the relationship, because I'm a perfectionist. So like when things don't work out, even relationships, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? How can I fix it? So yeah. And then also I stopped looking for closure. Like I don't. To me, like closure is just like this abstract, arbitrary thing that we kind of made up just to like make relationships seem complete and finished. But some relationships are gonna be open ended. Like you don't have to put a decision and decide about everything that we do. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to end a relationship and revisit it in the future. No shade. So it's just given very much we'll see. But yeah, those are like my remedies or whatever. And I think breaking up is ending anything, regardless if it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. It's really, really hard. And of course, you're kind of like mourning the person because essentially they're no longer a part of your life. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
You need to let it go. No, my name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. My name is no. My sign is no.
Hey y'all, it's Trey, and I just want to tell y'all where y'all can find us and recommend us to y'all friends. Okay, so look, get your pen and paper out. Here's the list: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Radio Public, and we're brand new on iHeartRadio app. So go ahead, text your friend right now, pull out your phone, and send that good old message about a new podcast in town. Okay? See ya.
What's your name? What's your sign? What's your name? What's your sign? What's your name?
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your sign?
No. My name is no. Sign is no. Down to the I to the no. Name number is no. You need to let it go. Down to the I down to the no.
Hey y'all, we are back, and I want to discuss something. So living in New York City is crazy, to say the least. Something's always going on. Events are always being held. Always places to go. And for me, I am single, looking to find and be in a relationship, and with that comes the task of dating. And so for me, I live with anxiety. I have some type of social type of anxiety where in social settings I am much more different than I am around people that I'm comfortable with. I think that's something that a lot of people deal with. I think that's there's stages to it. There's levels to that shit. And I think with it has hurt some of the experiences and the things that I've been able to do. So with dating with anxiety in general, I mean, for me, I'm often afraid to even get to know people because I'm like, bitch, I don't want to go out. I don't want to be in the awkward 2-person dinner where you just got to look at each other in the eyes. Like for me, I'm more comfortable with like, oh yeah, let's go back to an ex. Like that's fine. Than meeting someone new because I'm like, damn, like I got to really focus. I got to actually get comfortable with someone new. And for me, I overthink. So I like to think what you're thinking while I'm also thinking. And then I also like to control the situation. So I can't do that shit with somebody new. So for me, that's where my anxiety kicks in.
I've been fairly vocal about my anxiety on Twitter. But as it relates to dating, it would definitely be difficult for me because it's difficult for me to meet somebody new unless I know a long time beforehand so I can kind of rehearse. If I'm thrust into a social situation where I don't know anyone else there and I'm forced to meet somebody new, then the Erin that you hear here, that you see on Twitter and, you know, whatever, even if you know me in real life, it's completely different. I need to have a buffer if I'm meeting somebody new, there has to be somebody there that I know and that I'm comfortable with. Because if I don't have somebody there that I know and I'm comfortable with, then I'm sweaty, I stutter, I don't make eye contact, and I'm thinking of ways to escape the entire time I'm there. And I'm not sure why this is a thing for me, and it's really annoying, to be honest. It does have a lot to do with overthinking. I'm always thinking about what people are. It's like I'm thinking about, okay, well, I got to say the right thing, or I gotta make sure to put the right foot forward because they're gonna think of me this way, or whatever. But if I have somebody that I'm comfortable with, it's like I can relax all that because I'm just like, okay, fine. Like, this person knows me. This person knows who I am, accepts me, loves me, you know what I'm saying? So I feel more free to be able to do and say the things, you know what I'm saying? I can really be me. But if I'm by myself, oh God. And especially if I'm going on a date with somebody and I'm like, the first person at the restaurant and I'm sitting there and I'm like, bruh, unless I've like rehearsed, like, I really do, like, I go over certain things, like what I'm going to say, what their responses might be to what I'm going to say, and then have a response for that. Like, I do all of that. And there are times where I can make it through a situation, or if I've rehearsed enough, I can get enough into it to where I feel a little more comfortable and then I'm able to, whatever. But most of the time, no, sir. I've been doing things to try to resolve it, but it's difficult.
I'm going to go to a personal thing. And so we were talking about the situation about the party in January. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's really important. Well, first of all, I want to say that this is how we're divided. Y'all can't see how we sit, but I sit next to Stevie, and then Trey and Erin sit next to each other. And I think it's not funny, but I think it's a little weird that we're like extreme extroverts and y'all are like anti or like not with the shits or whatever. So it's just I'm not sure how that happened, but it happened. But what I also want to say is that I didn't know you as that. Well, I think that we see the handsomeness and we see the intelligence and we know you as friends. Right. So
hold on,
not that you're not handsome,
bitch. Did you just try to give me I was not handsome, so you had to find another adjective?
No.
Thanks,
girl.
I appreciate it.
Mind you, when first of all, I always tell Trey he's cute, especially when he has his haircut. Look, because she be trying it when she don't be wanting to get no haircut, bitch. You need to go get a haircut. Like, no
first
shade.
off, let me side note.
Oh, I went off.
Yeah, he tried to come for me, but let it be known
he's
that
cute.
Welcome to New York City and welcome to just life in general. You don't get your hair cut by just any random old bozo because your hairline will be pushed back to Antarctica. So I have been doing this very well. And it's not always looked the most presentable, but bitch, it will work. But I have found, I'm firmly now in New York. I do have a barber now.
And he recommended me.
I know.
No, but I just want to say that I think one thing that Erin just said was that, you may know him on Twitter and like, by listening to the show, but that doesn't make him any less. Like, what I'm trying to say is it's just like I think I had it in my mind that you're this person and that it wasn't real. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, and I'm not trying to. None of this is a front. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, because those of you who follow me on Twitter, that I've basically built my name being very vulgar and open sexually and what have you.
Right.
And all that is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that changes when you meet me in person. It's just that. It's like in certain circumstances, because that anxiety has always been there. Like if I were to meet somebody that I follow or somebody listens to the podcast, if we're out and you see me and you're like, hey, what's up, blah, 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 and I'm real open and friendly and stuff like that, there's probably somebody in my sphere of influence that I know that because it's like I check to make sure they're there.
Or you cocktail.
And that, or drunk, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's easier because I can stop thinking about all those different things at once, you know what I'm saying? But if you're just me walking down the street and you're like, hey, usually I'll be like, hey, and I'm like looking down and you're like, oh my God, listen to the ball, whatever. I'm like, thanks. Okay, cool. Well, oh my God, I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't want people to think that I'm putting on the front, because I'm not. Like, this is who I am. But it's just that, the anxiety, and it's so fucking annoying, but it's a part of my life. And
I think what I was just trying to say is just because I know you doesn't make it any less real for you. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be me for you. if that makes any sense. So, but no, I just think that, that, anxiety is real. I don't really deal with anxiety, but I deal with being self-conscious, uber self-conscious. So I think that sometimes I can barely make it out of the house because I'm worried about like what I have on or how I look. But I think that may just be attributed to living in New York as well. But I think that what's most important is that how we use our space is different from how you may use your space or Trey may use his space. So it's just me understanding that now, and I think that I'm able to enjoy things a lot more now because I'm empathetic to people and how they use their space.
And that's another reason why I'm so empathetic.
Yeah.
Is because there's so much going on in my head at any given time. It's like I'm not saying that everyone experiences the same things that I do, but it's like it makes me more conscious of what other people feel because I'm feeling so much.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, somebody else has got to be feeling at least half of what I'm feeling. So I should move through the world being cognizant of that. I haven't dated in a long time.
I have so many people lined up, and I'm just I always say that every time I'm just waiting,
And I always be like, yeah, and then like I just never
Come through.
I don't know, man. Like
We got some girls for you.
I do. I'd like to date. Oh, good God, man! It's just
One
that
day.
just seems like such a freaking venture, bro. Like,
mind you, I know guys that would motherfucking pay for you. Like, you
Oh
don't
my
even
God.
like. It's just,
You just have no idea.
I'm ready. So when you're ready and when you're real about what you want to do,
Bitch, can we switch bodies for a day? Because I'll take the trip for you.
so bitch, it's no shade. If I look like Erin, my hole would be as wide as all outdoors.
oh
and
my
it's
God!
No shade.
A lot some, baby.
Get the fuck.
Baby.
Oh my God, y'all are really talking about your holes being
Okay.
wide open.
No,
Hey,
I
it's to be wide.
Okay.
I think that, but
Let's call a thing
okay. It's to
Not,
be
not
open.
this one. It's to be.
It's to be open.
It's like a
It's to be
crack.
blessed.
It's like you crack the door open and then you close it shut.
Elevate. Okay.
Not out here just posing. You out here. You don't need to be whistling when you walking down the street.
Okay,
You
glide
not
away, baby.
Walking my way downtown. No, not that whistle. No.
No, but what I wanted to say is just that, yeah, I love y'all, and I'm know that I'm concerned, and when I say concerned, like I'm concerned of you two and all of you. Like I share this concern for you, and I think I check on all of y'all constantly.
Appreciate it.
And I understand that the certain things that we all battle with. So understand that I'm walking with each of you in your journeys and your challenges, and standing right along next to you, battling and bracing these girls, because it's just like there's so many things that we have to deal with and still live in New York City, so it's crazy. But yeah, I randomly did you have any, Stevie? You ain't said nothing.
No, this is another learning episode for me. I do love these two right here, and I definitely agree with everything Malik said. They are amazing.
So essentially, if you want to wrap up this segment,
No.
Malik said Erin is the cute one. Trey's just smart. And he got men waiting
Girl.
to pass Erin around now.
I wouldn't say pass around.
Okay, no.
He got
Let's
the-
not put that out there.
He out there waiting for Erin to get ready on the market so he could
I'm
sell
just
to the
saying,
highest
you know.
bidder.
We're waiting for Erin to exhale.
Okay.
We're waiting for Erin to exhale.
Okay, now so I'm moving on from Stevie because I still can't. Look, I still have in my head the nigger statement
Okay.
from this week. So
They gonna stop. No, y'all gonna stop that shit. Now
was
listen,
teasing.
I listened to that
That shit was so
episode.
fucking funny.
Oh
It
my
was
God,
a
it was a
teasing.
hot ass mess.
Okay.
But she not white.
I'm not. I cannot believe I had a moment like that. I guess the Valley
nigger,
girl came.
please
The Valley girl
stop
came
talking. Thank you.
No,
nigger.
but one thing that I wanted to give another perspective. So I think before, a couple months ago when I was still living in the Bronx, I hung out with the guy and we had a really good time, but he was uber nervous and it made me so uncomfortable. And I don't know if he honestly, I think it was either of two things. Either he was like nervous or dealing with anxiety, or he may have had some type of like ADHD or something like that. And I think that people key at it, but like there are actually people dealing with like real things mentally, like real issues. And I tried to hang out with him again, but his nervousness was so overwhelming that not only did it make the experience bad for both of us, but it kind of like, I was just like, I was worried about my safety. You know what I'm saying? And safety as in like, not that he was gonna like hurt me, but it was too much. You know what I'm saying? But
It just made you a little uneasy.
yeah, but so, and that could have been someone I fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? So how do we meet halfway? So if I'm dating you and you have issues with anxiety, but I'm into you, how do we kind of meet in the middle?
I mean, it's sort of a conscious choice. I mean, the person that is suffering or, living with any sort of mental challenge or disorder or, what have you, they're usually going to be open with you about it, from jump. And it's the reality is that it's just not going to be the same as, a relationship with someone who doesn't have that sort of challenge, what have you. That's just a reality. It's just how it is. And you're either going to be there or you're not. And it's like, the thing is that if you decide that you are going to be there, then be there. You know what I'm saying? Like when it gets tough, because it's going to, you know what I'm saying? Like don't skip out when you already said that you were going to be. Like if you're invested and you're going to do it, then do it. And if not, then don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't waste time. You know what I'm saying? Don't use the person as like kind of a yardstick trying to figure it out. So you're just going to date them until, you know what I'm saying, you figure it out, because then that person could be developing something for you. So you have to make a choice, and you got to make it quick. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not going to be there, then that's fine, but just don't be. And if you are going to be there, great, but be there. So that's the only advice that I can give.
Come on.
Did you say yardstick?
Yeah.
We use a yardstick to measure.
Yeah, but okay,
Bring it on around.
Does it make sense to y'all?
No, I got it.
I'm here.
I'm not in it.
We together.
I'm not in it.
Okay. Move.
Yeah.
So how would you say that we meet halfway? Because we're two extroverts, and I feel like sometimes as extroverts we scare people away.
I think it's a.
Trying to scare nobody.
Yeah, like I'm
I
trying
just
to make
think
love.
Okay. I just think it's about being patient. I think patience gets a lot. I think you got to just realize that it's an internal struggle. Like I think that there's nothing that you're going to say like, "Oh, I'm not going to be here to hurt you." That's going to be like, "Oh, well,
Make you feel more comfortable.
Nigga, that's just like I'm just going to be comfortable."
Right.
Like that's not going to stop looking at my notes in my phone. Like it's going to just be it's going to be a time where it's like, oh, I just feel like you're normal. Like, let's be clear. I didn't know none of you hoes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we met the day, like, to give you a picture, like, the day I first met Stevie and Erin was the day that we recorded our first episode. So, picture that. It was like a blind date. And for me, like, I had to practice so hard. Like I was just like in my mind.
I felt it a little bit.
Really, girl?
And the only person I knew was Malik. So I was just like, I'm practicing. Like, I hope I don't say nothing the wrong way. Like, oh Lord.
See, I'm not one of those girls that be monitoring the girls' moves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No. I came in and open-hearted. When me and Trey actually sat down, we were the first two here, and we sat down and had like a regular conversation. I couldn't tell that.
The thing about anxiety is that it's not about you. It's like we're not thinking. It's not a reality thing where you're like we're thinking that it's all in our heads.
Yeah.
It's just and some of it might be based in reality, but most of it is just like anxiety is worry. You know what I'm saying? You're worrying about things, and then like you sometimes start worrying about things that don't have basis in reality. Sometimes things that are I was about to use a word incorrectly. We're worried about things that aren't like real or that aren't true or things that are exaggerated. You know what I'm saying?
But they're real to you,
right?
In your mind,
and that happens sometimes. And it can be sucky, but we can overcome it. But like it's not like we're thinking that you're actually, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a worry for us. Like we're not like you're. It's us. You know what I'm saying? We're not pointing a finger at you.
Right.
It's all us reacting to thoughts that come from, wherever and whatever. So
Okay. Cool.
Listen to question.
Yeah, bitch, we gotta listen to questions.
Now, is this a long email? Because I'm
No,
getting tired
bitch.
of these girls writing in 3-page reports.
See, now here's
so-
this. Stop. We are not going to discourage
Girl,
people from writing
no,
in.
we ain't got time for everything.
Well, bitch,
y'all.
y'all,
You know, we
hoes
can't
don't
read the whole
here's
email,
this.
girl.
You hoes rarely read these damn things anyway.
I read them.
I don't.
I send them to them, and I say this one. So now here's our listener question. The question is: do you guys feel as if being openly gay affects how you are treated professionally in the workplace? Now look, this is a long ass question and with a long ass answer, so you may get an email back from some of us. But look, yes, I mean, with everything, you're treated a certain way when you're black, if you're Indian, if you're Asian, but being gay and black at the same time does also affect you, because I think people have this stereotype or this preconceived notion of like who a gay person is, and if you don't fit that mold for them, it's like, oh, I don't know how to handle you. And like for me, people will say, oh, you're really sarcastic, or you're really just mean to people, but I'm not. Like, I'm just being my normal self. Like, especially like I'm just know in school, I have a teacher who never knows my name, but doesn't know anyone else's name, but continuously gets names wrong and doesn't use the tools available to get the people's names right. And so this week he called me 3 different names that weren't my name. None of them. Tyler, Taylor, and Tracy or something like that. And I just was like, that's just not my name. Like, I'm not answering your question either. Like, until you have to learn, like, you're going to need to know my name. So if you're not going to get that right, like, I know yours and I can ask you a question, but if you can't, don't ask me shit. And people were like, oh, that's so like mean and reckless. Like, and I'm like, no, it's the respect thing. So I think for me, it's about, I'm just going to be respected no matter what in the workplace. Yes, being gay is somewhat a little bit of a hurdle, but it's a hurdle that we're going to live with our entire lives. So I'm going in with it, with confidence with it, and that's how I'm going to rock with it.
I'll just go ahead and answer.
Was mine not an answer?
No. We always talk about like creating spaces for gay and trans people to feel comfortable. And I think that when we were talking about sex work and just how, as gay people, that's a space where we feel comfortable. If I didn't have to work, bitch, I wouldn't. Because there has not been an environment that's been conducive to me being the person that I want to be ever. And I think about like working in the school system and just anywhere that I've worked, I've never felt comfortable ever. And I'm 28 and I've been working since I was like 21 at least, like full time, and we need to create spaces for gay people to feel comfortable, because let's be honest, we have to have a job to live. So bitch, if I can't go to work and be in my person safely, how the fuck am I going to be able to take care of myself? And this goes back to our conversation about sex work, that we need to have more opportunities, spaces, and jobs for people like us to feel comfortable and be able to live their lives. I tweet it all the time, but I just want to be gay in peace. Please. And I'm never like, it's never that way. And I would literally, and then on top of working, you got gay niggas preying on you at work too. Like I had one dude follow me in the bathroom and like, get away from me. I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm not trying to be gay right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at work. And it's just like, we just talk about like, we also talk about like, we talk about straight people preying on gay people, but let's be serious. There are gay people who prey on other gay individuals, and that's not the move. I went off. I'm sorry.
No.
No, bitch. You gave me a little life. I love you.
In my most recent job, it wasn't difficult for me. I was open and it was fine. Like there were no issues, which was kind of, it was rare and lucky. God bless you. My job before that was with the military, and that was awful.
To say the least.
You know, I kind of got used to being the only openly gay person, and it created issues because it was like either I was the spokesperson for gay folk all over the world, or I became a token. It was like, oh, this is my gay friend, and I had to read a lot of people out. I was like, you're not going to diminish me to my sexual identity. That's not completely who I am. That's just part of who I am. You're going to introduce them by my name, and if they learn I'm gay later, then that's fine. And if they don't, that's fine too. But it's not really their business. One, and two, you're not about to just say this is my gay friend. I'm a person. I don't know. It can be annoying because there's that stereotype that we are, like Trey said, like we're sarcastic, we're cynical, we're standoffish, whatever. But that it's like a protection thing for us because we don't want to be the spokesperson for gay folk. We don't want you to come to us with your questions and, whatever, like be my gaydar. And there are people that want to they want a gay friend, or this is my gay work friend, this is my gay husband, blah, blah, blah. They want to talk to you about guys, but then their views are really like stereotypically like influenced, and so it's like they, and it's just like I don't want to have no problematic conversation with you, but I also don't want to teach you either. So I like you said, I just want to be gay in peace. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I want you to know that I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm proud of who I am and all that. But that doesn't come with you. I don't want you to come up to be like, oh my God, that boy over there, I think he's gay. What do you think? Or, hey, like, I know you're gay, so do you think I'm cute? Get away from me. Get away from me. So like you said, Malik, I just want to be gay in peace. Let me be gay. Because, like, y'all niggas be straight.
And ain't nobody bothering y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
Thinking about y'all.
Y'all niggas be heterosexual as fuck. All in my goddamn face. You know what I'm saying?
What you do, girl?
And so it's like, and I don't say none of y'all. I'll come up to you and be like, oh, you think that girl over there is hot? No, get the fuck away from me, dog. Like, I don't do that to you. Leave me alone.
I do that to my straight friends. But that's just because that's who I am. Because that's the type of bitch I am.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Yeah, I don't like the praying or the prying of the girls running around and just doing too much in the workplace. I think I mentioned this a few episodes ago when I was working for a marketing company, and I felt like what we mentioned, the token gay guy. I was that, but I was so uncomfortable that I couldn't even focus on being gay. And sometimes I felt like I had to put on the front for the rest of them just so they can get the fuck out of my face. So it was just like I definitely think it's an uncomfortability in the workplace of being gay. And I don't like it. And again, what Malik said, like there's never been a place where I was completely comfortable being myself. So anytime I'm in that situation, I immediately take myself out. But yeah.
I just also want to say I am really ready to see the person I become when I am 100% comfortable with who I am. Okay. I'm so ready to get to that point. But yeah.
Bitch, that's it. You had a whole...
That's it.
Oh, God.
My girl.
That's it. Like, can't you feel the potential at the bottom of your toes, bitch?
I'm gonna be
my potential is not at the bottom of my toes. It's really...
Baby, I'm walking on faith, honey.
Okay.
It's
my
right
potential.
here.
I'm tipping.
Okay. I'm about to knock this damn purple beanie out this man's off his head. But anyway, take your damn lube off the table. What the fuck?
Yes, my lube this is what my night was giving, honey. So I just wanted to come in here.
We are class-based, honey. We don't do that.
I am.
We informing the girls about glide?
Yeah, you got to glide in.
Are they sponsoring us? No. Excuse me. Are we getting a coin?
No, I just want to say it was decent.
No, yeah, that's nice.
It was decent.
Tell them if they want a nice little sponsorship. We do take coins to sponsor your product. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. You looking at me all side-eyed? Okay.
Girl.
Jesus. Girl. Like always, we see you every motherfucking Wednesday.
Oh, hold on, baby. We forgot what's the songs giving, honey.
Bitch, we ain't got all day. You
girl,
talk too much.
Girl,
I got my song.
I got my song. I want the girls.
Well, bitch, go ahead and start speaking.
My song of the week is Seven Streeters, Translation.
Now, when I first talked to you about that damn song, you was like, yeah, I like it. It's cute.
Hold on. First of all, this is 7th Streeter is my girl. Her latest album isn't the best, but I love her, so I listen to it all the time.
Stevie, go ahead, ho.
Okay, so I'm taking it back. My song my jam of the week is Anita Baker, Body and Soul. Every time I listen to that song, I honestly listen to that song all the time with my grandma. I'm not trying to be like family oriented, but I listen to that song and think of so many things, like so many things that she talks about. I'm sorry, and that song is just so connected to me. And again, I'm probably gonna listen to every time I mention the song, I listen to it after recording. Yeah. But Body and Soul by Anita Baker. If you don't feel that song, bitch, you ain't got no feelings.
Anita has such a rare voice.
Baby.
Erin, do you have one?
I do. My song of the week is "Fast in My Car" by Paramore. It's from their self-titled album. I really love that song. It's I always come with some sideways shit, but like it's I just identify with the lyrics. Just like, you know, listen to the song, listen to the lyrics. I love Paramore, so that's one of my favorite songs. So yeah.
Okay. My song is Sabrina Claudio.
Okay, love her.
Don't Let Me Down.
I like that.
Yes, it's new too, right? Featuring Khaled. Bitch, I don't know your name, Khaled, whatever. Ho. But let me tell you, that song, I just get you know how you do a little body roll?
Come on, body roll.
That's I think I don't do much dancing. It's a 2-step and a body roll.
Come on.
And maybe a neck bounce every once in a while. But I just love that song. So
she's a new girl, and she came up on the scene, and I like her.
I mean, I just like sensual music. I mean, it just puts me in a mood to like be real sensual and touch on somebody's body.
Yeah.
Not myself.
Well, touch yourself first. And
feel your puss.
Yeah, make sure my body is right.
Okay, so no, I like to be touching on somebody else. But
my body, why don't you?
Okay, Mariah, we're done for the day.
Okay.
So like always, before I was rudely interrupted last time, we see y'all every motherfucking Wednesday. We love y'all. Bye.
Yeah, baby.
Bye.
You need to let it go. Down to the out, down to the no. No, my name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. No, my name is no. My sign is down to the out, down to the no. No, 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 no. My name is no. My name is no. My sign is no. My number is no. No, my name is no. My sign is down to the out, down to the no.
Who they attracting with that? What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No, my name is no, sign is no. Down to the I to the no, no name, number is no. You need to let it go. Down to the I, down to the no, no. All my ladies, listen up. If that boy ain't giving up, lick your lips and swing your hips, girl. All you gotta say is,
Oh hell no!
no. My name is no, my sign is no. My number is no. My name is no, my sign is no. No, my sign no, 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 no.
They attracting with that? What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
Hi, my name is
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.
What's your name?
No.
What's your size?
No.